Hi everyone, welcome to my channel SRK English Academy. In the previous video lesson, we discussed the airstream mechanisms. Today we have an interesting topic to explore. So let's start the topic. Let's see what are the speech organs. So the air that we breathe out comes out of the lungs. Before it gets out into the outer atmosphere, various organs in our body convert it into speech sounds. So these organs are called organs of speech. So here we see the organs of speech can be divided into three groups. One, the respiratory system. The respiratory system comprises lungs, muscles of the chest, and trachea. So trachea is also called a windpipe. So this is a windpipe. This is a windpipe. These are lungs. Okay. Then second, the phonatory system. So this comprises the important organ larynx. So within larynx, vocal cords and glottis. Third, the articulatory system. So this system comprises the nose, the mouth, the tongue, lips, and the teeth. Yeah. The first group in the organs of speech is the respiratory system. So already in the previous slide, we have learned that respiratory system comprises lungs, muscles of the chest. So here, for the articulation of most speech sounds of most languages, lung air is used. So to produce speech sounds in most languages, pulmonic egressive mechanism is used. So that this process of respiration involves inspiration and expiration. Inspiration is taking outer air into the lungs is called inspiration. That is inhaling, taking outer air into the lungs, inhale, and expiration. Expiration is throwing out air from the lungs into the outer atmosphere. That air into pushing air out of the lungs into outer atmosphere is called expiration. So these two processes involved in the respiration process. So the air we breathe out is modified into speech. So the air which is pushed out of the lungs is converted into speech sounds. So already we discussed that the lungs, muscle of chest, and windpipe, they are the components in the respiratory system. So the mechanism is the airstream involving a lung air is called an airstream mechanism. In this respiratory system, the pulmonic egressive airstream mechanism we see. That is egressive airstream mechanism is that egressive means pushing air out into the outer atmosphere, throwing out air. So see the direction of airflow. Air is going out. Okay, this is egressive. So opposite to egressive is ingressive. So taking air or draw air into lungs is called egress. So see the direction. So this is the direction. See. So direction of airflow coming inside and direction of airflow in this egressive is going outside, outer atmosphere. So egressive and ingressive. So in this respiratory system to produce speech sounds, pulmonic pulmonic egressive airstream mechanism we see in this system. Yeah. Second group in the organs of speech is the phonatory system. So in this larynx is the main organ. So larynx is also called Adam's apple. So this Adam's apple or larynx is situated at the top of the windpipe. So this is a windpipe or trachea. So at the top of the windpipe or trachea we see larynx. So this is larynx, and the larynx comprises vocal cords and glottis. So vocal cords and glottis are the parts of larynx. So these are vocal cords and glottis. So these vocal cords are a pair of horizontal and lip-like structure. So they are horizontal lip-like structures. So see the diagram here. So this is a pair of vocal cords, and the space between the vocal cords is glottis. So this is the space. So the space between vocal cords is called glottis. So the state of glottis and vibration of vocal cords distinguish voiced or voiceless sounds. So the sound, the speech sound, whether it is voiced or voiceless, can depend on the vibration of vocal cords and state of glottis. Voiced and voiceless sounds. So let us try to understand the picture of vocal cords. So vocal cords are also called vocal folds. So vocal folds are vocal cords. A pair of vocal cords, they lie horizontal and they are lip-like structures. So this is glottis. The space between vocal cords is called glottis. So when the vocal cords are wide apart, so when the vocal cords are open, so glottis is also open. Okay. So then air passes through without vocal cord vibration. So the air is pushed out from the lungs, it passes through glottis and through windpipe into outer atmosphere. So here air passes through without any vocal cord vibration. So there is no vibration of vocal cords when they are open, when they are wide apart. So when the glottis is open. So the sounds produced when the vocal cords are open are called voiceless sounds because there is no vibration. So examples are p, t, k, ch, s, sh, h. So these are all voiceless sounds. So peel, ten, keen, chin, fine. So beginning sounds are voiceless sounds. Hat. So let's see an example whether how to find a voiceless sound, whether a sound is a voiceless or a voiced. Let's do an experiment. So the experiment is try to produce a prolonged hissing sound and put your fingers on Adam's apple or larynx. So your fingers do not feel any vibration on vocal cords, vibration of vocal cords. So if there is no vibration of vocal cords, if you do not feel any vibration, if your fingers do not feel any vibration, the sounds are called voiceless sounds. Okay, so then let's see what are voiced sounds. So see this diagram. The vocal folds or vocal cords are loosely held together. They are very close. At the time, glottis is nearly shut. So when the vocal cords are loosely held together, glottis is closed, and the air which is trying to pass through the glottis makes a pressure, and the pressure makes the vocal cords vibrate. So if the glottis is closed, vocal cords are loosely held together, the air causes a rapid vocal cord vibration because these vocal cords close and open rapidly. They close and open rapidly. So there is a vibration. So the sounds produced with the vibration of vocal cords when the glottis is shed is called are called voiced sounds. Examples b, d, g, j, z, v. So these are all mm, mm, mm. These are all examples of voice sounds. Beat, deed, girl, judge, vine, zoo. So let's see. Let's do an experiment. Put your fingers on Adam's apple or larynx vocal cords, and then try to produce a prolonged buzzing sound. So this is buzzing sound. Zzz. So your fingers feel a vibration. So the sound produced is voiced. So with this we can understand the voiced and voiceless sound. So the hissing sound sound the hissing sound is this hissing sound is voiceless because the vocal cords are open, the air passes without any vibration. Here the buzzing sound zzz, is voiced sound because the vocal cords rapidly close and open. So it causes the pressure causes vibration. So the sound buzzing sound is a voiced sound. So this is a technique to find whether a sound we produce is voiceless or voiced. The articulatory system comprises teeth ridge. Teeth ridge is also called alveolar ridge. So this is a teeth ridge. See the picture. This is a teeth ridge, alveolar ridge, and nasal cavity. So this is a nasal cavity. These are nostrils. Okay. Next, tongue. Here, this is tongue, teeth, teeth, lips, hard palate. So this is hard palate. Okay, hard palate is a bony structure. It is fixed. This is a hard palate, and it is convex in shape. It's a roof of mouth behind teeth ridge. So behind the teeth ridge is bony convex structure. A roof of the mouth is called hard palate. So next, let's see soft palate. So this is a soft palate. Soft palate is also called velum. Okay, it is very soft, and eula, this is eula is extreme end of the this thing. This is an extreme end. So uh, soft palate or velum, here if the soft palate is raised, it blocks nasal passage and air escapes only through mouth. So you see the figure here. So when this is soft palate, when the soft palate is raised, it blocks a nasal passage. This is a nasal passage. So this is a nasal passage. So it is blocked. Then what happens? The air, the air escapes only through mouth. Okay, it goes out of the mouth into the atmosphere. So this is oral passage of air. So these the sounds which are produced are called oral sounds. Okay, for example, peel, bag, date, bush. These are all oral sounds. So what are oral sounds? When the soft palate is raised or velic closure, and the velic closure blocks the nasal passage. So here it is blocked. It is blocked. So the air can't go through nasal cavity. So it escapes through oral cavity. That sounds produced are called oral sounds. Yeah. Lowered soft palate. So this is a soft palate. So soft palate is lowered. So when the soft palate is lowered, that is there is no closure of velum. So velum is open. So air escapes here from the lungs, comes to this windpipe and then to larynx. Then air escapes through the nasal cavity, through the nostrils. So because here lips are closed, these are lips are closed. So when the lips are closed, the oral passage is blocked. This is oral passage. The mouth cavity, the oral passage is blocked or closed. This is closed by the closing the lips. So the air from the lungs escapes through the nose. So this produces nasal sounds. Okay. So opening of velum or lowering of soft palate causes nasal sounds. Examples, the last sounds in the words, the last sound. Mm, some, sun, some. So, these are these three are nasal sounds because the sounds come out from the nose or nostrils. So, in the previous slide, we learned that there are oral sounds. So oral sounds and nasal sounds. So how can we know whether the sound is oral or nasal? So let's do an experiment. So you block your nostrils. Then if the sound stops, try to make the sound. If the sound stops, the sound is nasal. Even after blocking the nostrils, the sound continue. The sound is oral. So for example, see, let us try to make this sound, hissing sound, by blocking the nostrils, blocking the nose. So I'm doing it now. I'm blocking my nose and trying to make sound. So this prolonged hissing sound is continuing even after blocking my nose or nostril. So the sound is oral because the air escapes through the oral cavity. So that's why it is oral. Then we try to make this prolonged sound by blocking the nose. Let's see what happens. So I blocked my nostrils to make this sound prolonged sound, but the sound stopped. So that's why it is nozzle. So this sound is coming out of the nose. So that is why this is nasal sound. Yeah. So other articulatory organs, tongue, it is very flexible and mobile, and the tongue is you see the division of the tongue. So this is tip of the tongue, front of the tongue, back of the tongue, root of the tongue. So this is blade. So this blade is opposite to teeth ridge, and back is opposite to soft palate. Okay, this front is opposite to hard palate. So this is hard palate. Roof of the mouth, it is bony and convex, bony structured and convex shape. Lips. So lips are highly mobile and they are very crucial for consonants and vowel sounds. So when the lips are brought together, they are called, the sounds produced are called bilabial. So for example, p, b, as in pill, bill. So while producing these sounds, the lips are brought together. So they come, they touch, then contact with teeth. So those sounds are called labiodental. V. So these are labiodental. Thank you for watching this video lesson and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you very much.